Alright guys, welcome back to WrestlingRumors.net's official YouTube channel. Guys, you know the deal. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please make sure you're liking our videos. Spread the word. Sam Daly with me as always. Follow her on Twitter at LadyNexus13. I am Adam Daly. Follow me at AdamDaly13. Real quick, we wanted to get into a quick debate before the pay-per-view this weekend. The big Payback main event is coming up. We have Seth Rollins defending his championship against Dean Ambrose, the new addition. Roman Reigns, quite the polarizing cat himself. And Randy Orton, who's kind of getting lost in the shuffle in this whole mix here. Lot of rumors, lot of speculation, lot of this might happen. Sam, do you see any heel turns, character turns? I mean, we've heard and we've talked about potentially Roman Reigns turning heel, maybe joining the Authority. Maybe Dean Ambrose turning heel, joining the Authority. We've heard the Authority maybe slightly turning face. I mean, there's been so many things that have been tossed around. What do you see happening in the main event? Because right now that seems to be the hot button topic, is what's going to happen more in the match versus who is, or should I say whether or not Seth Rollins is even dropping the title.
Well, with everything that, like, the little interviews they've given, like, on the WWE app or put on the website and everything, it kind of seems like something's happening with Ambrose. But I don't necessarily think it's a heel turn. They keep trying to hint that, you know, either Orton's or Reigns turning heel or Ambrose is turning heel. Well, I mean, in this kind of match, it's every man's out there for himself, so no one necessarily really needs to turn heel for one guy to screw over the other.
Well, no, but I think
I mean, they are kind of teasing, like, maybe something's going to happen with Dean Ambrose, but I don't know. When you have gold with Dean Ambrose where he's good as a face or a heel, why would you want to turn him heel whenever you have Roman Reigns, who's shitty as a face and might possibly be gold as a heel? You don't know because you've never tried.
I think you run into two situations. One, if you do it with Reigns, and I think it could work either way, and I think either way is going to work for WWE if they decide to pull it off. Whether Ambrose aligns with the Authority, whether Reigns aligns with the Authority, whether, you know, however you want to play this out, if that is even the case. I think what the risk you run with Reigns, although I don't know if it's a risk, but the risk you run with Reigns is people saying, well, now you're exactly like The Rock. Because that's exactly the path The Rock took. At the same time, why not run that and completely own it? Yeah. And then have Roman Reigns in there saying, hey, I hear you guys. You saying that all I am is, you know, I'm The Rock all over again. I'm Rocky all over again. Well, if that puts me into a Hollywood megastar, I guess that ain't too bad. Like, run the promos that way, almost like, okay, yeah, I hear you, but if you're going to compare me to someone not great. Yeah. You know what I mean? On the flip side, I think that I see a lot of, and again, same thing with The Rock, and this is what's so, I think, interesting about this match, is that run-up, there was a run-up where, when The Rock joined the corporation, I think it was in 1998, I want to say, him and Mankind ended up being in a tournament, in the finals of a tournament. Looked like Mankind was going to be the corporate guy. The Rock, who was heel, all of a sudden, you know, was the hottest. You thought he was going to be the hottest baby face. They were going to push him to the moon, and then he's the one that aligned himself with the corporation at the time. I saw a lot of that with Dean Ambrose, and when you really start to put things together, if you want to make somebody look like they are at the top of their of the height of their popularity before you turn them heel, what's the best place to do it? Their hometown, Cincinnati, Ohio. Where were they at Monday night?
Dean Ambrose hometown. Cincinnati,
Ohio. Obviously, there's been a lot of, you know, whenever he got out of the match, the internet blew up. You know, and this is a term that's being, you know, used over and over, but, you know, it broke the internet again. You know, but it was one of those where everybody was talking about it. Mm-hmm. I think this is one where everybody's getting super, and even though we kind of know in the back of our mind, maybe, you know, I think this is one where if you look at the way that they laid it out, and what you said earlier about how if somebody screws somebody over, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a turn. I think you're right, but I'd have to say if they don't try to pin somebody and they let somebody else take the title, no, then it's a heel turn.
Well, then that's a fix. That's not a turn, that's a fix.
There's always a plan B.
There is always a plan B.
Something to think about, guys. There's always a plan B, and Money in the Bank is coming up. Wouldn't it be kind of apropos if this time it was more of a face? It was more of a face Authority heading into Money in the Bank, with Seth Rollins kind of on the outs as World Heavyweight Champion, and then Dean Ambrose, who's maybe a new guy in the Authority as Money in the Bank.
So you think they're going to recycle that storyline, but just flip?
Recycle every storyline. They basically recycle every storyline.
Basically a year ago.
Yeah, and
it's a pretty short time to start recycling storylines.
They pretty much. I mean, obviously it wasn't their. I mean, they didn't intend to do this, but same exact thing with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, sometimes every storyline's recycled. Sometimes down to a year later, 2 years later. Mm-hmm. But again, a year in wrestling world is like 5 to 10 years.
Yeah.
I think that they want to protect Roman Reigns so much because they want him to be a face so much, and I think they'll make sure that he succeeds. I think that they know that Ambrose he's in such a limbo state as a face right now. Ambrose, I think, does need this heel turn.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that he needs it. I just think they need it because I think they need something to do with him. I don't think he needs it. I think he's fine with being a face.
He's not as good. He's
not as good because
near.
he's not Moxley, but
well, no, but not only he's not even the Dean Ambrose that was in the Shield.
I just don't think they have anything for him. They just don't know how to write it. When he's a heel, they know how to do it.
You've just proven my point. So, ladies and gentlemen, always proving that she's the Jannetty and I am the Michaels. This has been the quick debate on the main event. I think Ambrose in some form is screwing Roman Reigns and Randy Orton. I think Randy Orton takes the pinfall. I still think that Seth Rollins walks out as champ. Mm-hmm. How that plays out, I really don't know. But I do think that this is more of a setting up something to get Rollins on the outs with the Authority.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. I just see Ambrose screwing Orton somehow and still not turning heel.
Okay. Wouldn't it be funny if nothing happens?
Nothing happens.
There's absolutely nothing happens. We go in. Roman Reigns wins the title. There's nothing.
Soon, so.
I think it's a free month. They're going to set up a cliffhanger because it's a free month, and they want people. They want people to tune in Monday night on Raw. You have to leave people with a cliffhanger, just like when Daniel Bryan won the title, had to vacate it, or won the title, then got cashed in the same night. They're trying to get that next night viewership. It's sweeps month. I promise you, somebody is turning in this match. They're ending it with a cliffhanger to get those Raw ratings. I will guarantee it.
We'll see. Definitely, we'll see.
Watch it be Randy Orton, the man nobody's thinking of.
What if Kane comes out and just takes out everybody? Nobody wins. Vacancy is back for the main title, too!
Vacancy can't hold two titles in one company.
Vacancy can hold all the titles.
Vacancy can hold all the titles. All right, guys, let us know in the comments what you think. What's going to happen this Sunday at Payback from Baltimore, Maryland? Roman Reigns, does he turn? Seth Rollins, does he keep the title? Dean Ambrose, does he turn? Do we get to see the old Dean Ambrose again, the real lunatic fringe? Where does Randy Orton come into play? Is he kind of being the odd man left out? Does absolutely nothing happen? Let us know in the comments below. Engage in conversation, guys. Let us know where we're right, where we're wrong. Please share the video. Make sure you're liking the video. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. Make sure you're checking out everything on WrestlingRumors.net. Until Sunday when we see you on the pre-show at 6 o'clock with Doug O'Mac and the rest of the crew. Sam Daly. This has been Adam Daly.
Sayonara.
And we will see you on Sunday. Thanks, guys.